Did your hot and fresh burger just spend 30 minutes in a warming tray? If you eat fast food to save time and money, you might be paying for stale heat, not fresh food. Let's start with hold times. Workers say patties get 7 minutes, fries 7, nuggets 20, until the rush hits. Then the rules bend. Steam baths, damp towels, microwave CPR keep old food looking alive. The real kicker: this isn't rare. It's routine under pressure. Keep watching to see how to spot it at the counter and how a made-to-order script gets you the real thing. Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great! Thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video. If the rule says 7 minutes, why does your patty feel like it took a red eye? Dry cap, sweaty base, weird heat that fades fast? Let's start with what hold time really is. It's a short window after cooking when food stays hot enough to be safe and still tastes close to fresh. Past that point, it should get tossed. Simple. But on a busy line, simple turns slippery. When the lunch rush hits, timers ding like a chorus. Trays fill. The person on grill resets a few, moves things around, and buys time. Older patties slide behind newer ones. Fries get stirred under the heat lamps. Nuggets linger because the next order is probably nuggets. The clock becomes a suggestion. Walk the line with me. Patties sit in warming trays that blow hot, dry air across the surface. The top dries, the middle holds heat, the bottom steams in its own juice. Fries live under heat lamps. Bright bulbs that keep the outside hot while the inside goes limp.
Welcome to McDonald's. Can I see your ID? Sounds weird, right?
Yeah, it does. Well, that's the greeting you'll get at one Brooklyn location. It's only letting young people in under certain circumstances.
The owner says that there are crime issues, safety issues in this area, and that is why he has installed this policy. Now, we have been here at this McDonald's in Flatbush for much of the day. Actually, the NYPD was even here for the last hour or so. They just wrapped up. If you're looking to dine under the Golden Arches but are under 20 years old, you're out of luck at this McDonald's at Nostrand and Flatbush Avenues in Brooklyn. Security watching customers as they come in.
Nuggets rest in bins above a steam table, where warm, moist air keeps them soft but dulls the crunch. A steam table is just a hot water bath under pans. It traps moisture. Heat lamps do the opposite. They blast dry heat from above. Now the rescue moves. Microwave CPR. Wrap stays on, short blast, bun softens, patty warms, structure takes a hit. Steam bath. A covered pan or a damp towel near heat adds moisture back so the surface plumps and looks alive. Shuffle and stack. Older patties tucked under fresher ones, waiting for a ticket big enough to clear the tray. Here's the health angle. Warm temps plus time is a risk if the heat chain slips. Quality drops first, texture goes rubbery, flavor flattens, then the safety margin narrows. So what does 7 minutes mean to you? Your fresh burger can live 3 lives. Cook, hold, rewarm. The truth shows up in the bite. Rubbery edges, soggy bun, center that's glowing hot but tastes oddly stale. Now let's move on to the makeover tricks that make limp produce and tired proteins pass for new, and the simple script that gets you a real drop without a fight. If the lettuce looks crisp and the tomato shines, why does that bite land flat and watery? Because what you see is stage makeup, not real freshness.
The McDonald's at 2154 Nostrand Avenue in Brooklyn is doing the opposite. As the sign on the door shows, anyone under 20 needs an ID or a parent to get in. The reasoning is plain. McDonald's locations are all too often the scene of violent crimes, and both the victims and perpetrators can often be young.
Blocking the ATM machine.
Some point out the children need a place to congregate and after-school options. And locals tell Fox 5 a new recreation center should be opening soon. Those who patronize this location themselves have seen issues.
Let's start with speed. The line moves fast, so produce and proteins get prepped to look alive all shift. Morning cut lettuce and onions sit for hours in chilled bins. By lunch, tomatoes slide toward watery. Patties that already had their run get a warm-up and go back on deck. The sign says fresh. Your mouth says staged. Produce gets tricks. Wilted lettuce takes a quick water dip, then chills so it feels snappy for a minute. Dehydrated onions swell back in tap water, like instant coffee. Tomatoes sliced early leak juice into the pan, so they glisten while the flavor drains away. The bite looks clean, but it hits like damp paper with a hint of salad bar. Proteins play a different game. Pre-cooked, vacuum-sealed items arrive ready for heat, not for cooking. In-store they get reheated, held, and under pressure, sometimes reheated again. Each cycle sands down texture. You end up with meat that's hot and tired at the same time, like toast that's been microwaved back to life. Preservatives and salt keep the theater going. Buns carry anti-mold agents so they hold shape. Sauces use stabilizers so they stay glossy.
People just come here for unnecessary reasons and choose to fight. They're crazy in this McDonald's and they do too much. They jump people, jump delivery workers, jump the security, and they terrorize people that are in there.
This group of teenagers went into McDonald's when we were there.
They card you?
No, they just let me in.
Despite being under 20, they were not carded and have their own thoughts on why.
We do go in there and get food. Maybe they recognize us or something.
They're doing this for a reason. People over 20 don't be doing this because we don't have time to fight. We got bills to pay.
I love it until they learn another policy.
A Brooklyn-born military veteran says the decision to ID customers is a way to prioritize safety, adding the business is working with police and the Business Improvement District to increase the number of guards on duty and the hours they work in an effort to keep employees and customers safe.
Sodium in processed proteins keeps flavors loud even as freshness fades. It looks right, smells bold, and still eats dull. Here's the cost lens. Tossing food hurts margins. Stretching hold times and reviving items trims waste. You pay in quality and sometimes in how your stomach feels after. You can spot it. Fries that bend, not snap. Buns that feel damp hot. Patties with gray edges and pool juice. Produce that shines but tastes bland. That's the tell. So use the made-to-order script. Polite, precise, short. Can you drop a fresh patty and fresh fries for my order? I'm okay waiting. No upcharge. A few minutes extra. Real texture, real heat, cleaner taste. So what is the takeaway? Use your voice at the counter. And if this gave you something to chew on, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who orders on autopilot. Hot and fresh is a promise that lives or dies by timers. When they drift, you taste it first and your wallet follows. Dry buns, limp fries, heat without flavor, that is the bill. Ask for fresh drops. Say it clear, then check your food before you leave the counter. If it is off, speak up. Like and subscribe to help us keep the spotlight on the food industry's best-kept secrets. Next time, we put chains side by side and test who actually cooks to order when you ask, and who just reheats faster. You might want to watch before your next lunch run.